And I don't think you guys are helping your cases by going to liberal safe havens. It's kind of making the point that us Texans often make, is that if you like these liberal policies, if you want safe harbor there, then just stay there. Don't represent the areas in Texas. We see in New York and California, they've already lost 2 congressional seats to Texas because of their liberal policies. And so the fact is, we passed laws saying that they couldn't use campaign finance money, they couldn't use private money as well, that they funneled through the political campaigns, and now they're going all the way to Illinois because the governor is rich there.
Yeah, they're running away from what they're doing down in Texas. They were all voted in to pass laws, and this includes laws for the flood victims too. And so they're preventing voting on that so that these families who were flooded can get help. But instead, they leave the state to avoid having to vote on this because the House requires in Texas 100 members be present to conduct business. So they stand to lose 5 Democratic congressional seats. They're not happy about it, so they left so they don't have to vote on this.
It is kind of comical to listen to, in addition to her ridiculous accent, Kathy Hochul threatening to do the same thing. Well, it gets more exactly. They've already done it.
Gavin Newsom too.
They've already squeezed all the blood out of that stone they're going to get.
Correct.
And if you think you can get another Democrat seat at it, have at it. You can try it again. But Democrats pretty much invented the whole concept of gerrymandering, and they've mastered it better than anybody. So you can keep trying. I don't think it's going to work. Needless to say, Jasmine Crockett down in Texas is a little bit concerned about it because if the maps get redrawn, she could wind up getting drawn out of her district.
Now, let me say, this governor talks a lot of noise, and I made sure that I put up my warrant from 4 years ago to make it plain that they talk a lot of noise, but these guys are weak. That's why they're over here trying to bully people. Bullies are always weak. The difference is they expect Democrats to kind of be the nice guys that we are. They expect us to take the punch and say thank you. Well, I am here to tell you, not only are we going to punch back, but we're about to beat you down. That's right. Yeah. We are going to win. They understand the importance of standing for what democracy is and making sure that it does not fall by the wayside. They understand that we have a Timo Hitler in the White House right now that thinks that he is going to become the dictator of the United States.
Like, what does that even mean, a Timo Hitler? I mean, they always go low.
Like a cheap knockoff?
And it's like it's losing its sting because they've classified everything that Republicans do as Hitler-like. I would just say Eddie Bernice Johnson was a moderate in Texas. She represented that district very well. I grew up in that district. And she was known to work with Republicans. Mm-hmm. That's why her seat was always protected, because they were able to do business with her. Jasmine Crockett is just not that person. And you are going to lose your seat because the seat should have been gone. It should have went to the Republicans a long time ago. But because Eddie Bernice Johnson was, as they said, the gentlewoman from Texas, she kept her seat and she got the business for her district while maintaining being a Democrat as well.
We've heard, Lawrence, elections have consequences, yes, and they have the majority. Republicans have the majority in Texas. They're allowed to do this. And when you're a Democrat and you're elected to your seat, you shouldn't flee your state so you don't have to face business in your state. But this is not the first time they've done it. Remember, they did it back in 2021 when Republicans said, we don't want drive-through voting. We need to restrict that. They wanted to restrict the hours for early voting. They imposed new voter ID requirements for mail-in ballots, just making it safer and fairer. The election's fairer. But look at that. Remember, they fled. They went to D.C. and they had that case of Miller Lite on the bus with them.
Yeah.
They came back and they ended up having to vote, and the governor passed the law.
And I think it's so interesting. You know, if you want to know what somebody really cares about, what do they fight for? This is what they fight for. They don't fight about the fact that you had an invasion at the border. They don't fight about rising crime rates. They don't fight about people losing their jobs because of an economy or anything like that. What do they fight about? They fight. When do they saddle up and ride to Illinois with a six-pack of beer? Mm-hmm. It's when their power is threatened. And I think it completely defines the Democrat Party today. That's all they have.
Well, they
left.
also
have
don't
no
understand
issues.
the voters as well. Like, if you look at the Valley, you look at different parts of Texas, you know, the Republicans surge in support with Latinos, with Asians, with black voters as well, because the Democrats weren't focused on the issues that matter to them. And so when you look at the map now, at some point it was going to be redrawn anyway, just by the demographics there. I went through this during the show yesterday. They've been saying for years that Texas is going blue. It's absolutely not going blue. And the voters showed you that message in the last election.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.